Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jonathan Sellers.
And I'm Danielle Percival. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports. Well, what do you get when you have two offenses rack up over 700 yards and score a combined 103 points? Obviously, no defense. Like many games this season, the Trojans won on the stat sheet on Saturday, but the final score went in favor of the Tennessee Volunteers 55-48. And no matter how good the stats look, wins are what matter.
I'd rather my team go out there and win, and I don't play too good, because I'm a senior. I really wanted to win the game more than any game on the schedule, really. It's a tough loss for my team as far, and it's a tough loss for Coach Blayden, man, because we really believe we were going to pull the game off. We came so close.
Troy posted 721 total yards of offense, the most that Tennessee has ever allowed and the most an SEC defense has allowed this season. In the Trojans' two games against SEC opponents this year, they have accumulated almost 1,300 yards of offense. But on the opposite side of the field Saturday, Vols quarterback Tyler Bray had a record-setting day, throwing for 530 yards, eclipsing Peyton Manning's school record. And it's hard to win when you can't stop them.
Neither team really played very well defensively all day, or both those offensive teams are awfully good, ours and theirs, and it's probably a little bit of both. But got to get better on defense somehow. I think it's going to, we got to certainly have some priorities in recruiting on defense, and so we can stop somebody.
The Trojans had two receivers with over 140 yards each, but the Volunteers did as well. Justin Hunter and Cordero Patterson both had 9 catches for over 180 yards. Patterson lit up the Trojans for 219 yards, and most of those were after the catch. The area the Trojans are going to need to improve in the most is the secondary.
We talk about it every week. Big plays will make or break a team, so I think the big plays is the main thing that contributed to our loss today. It wasn't necessarily difficult, it's just we was missing tackles, not communicating with each other and making it hard on ourselves. So we just got to make things easy by communicating with each other and executing like we're supposed to.
Well, Jonathan, it was a very exciting game. I actually had the opportunity to go to the game, attended as a fan myself, and there were lots of big plays, but the Trojans just weren't able to have enough of them.
You're exactly right. I watched the full thing on TV, and it was exciting. We got an early 10-7 lead, and then we got down 28-10. I was like, okay, we can go ahead and start thinking about the Navy game, but then we started coming back and fighting back, and it got closer and closer. And then we took the lead late in the game, and I was like, wow, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take it. And then we just allowed that last drive, and it was heartbreaking. I mean, it's amazing what Troy has done against SEC defenses this year.
Absolutely. Considering
what you hear about SEC defenses, and I know these aren't the Alabamas and LSUs.
Right.
They're still top-level athletes, and what we've been able to do against them is amazing. So it was great to see our offense do that, but sometime the defense is going to have to step up soon, as you said, and make some plays.
Well, that's right. I mean, the offense has racked up averaging nearly 600 yards of offense against SEC defenses this year, and that's just absolutely incredible. And speaking of the offense, while they were unable to come away with the victory, it was still an exciting game. So let's take a look at one of the more exciting plays during the ball game. It was quarterback Corey Robinson from the 33 connecting with Eric Thomas, making the highlight reel one-handed grab and taking it to the house. 67 yards later, the Trojans were on top 48-41 after a 2-point conversion. As you can see, it was only his teammate that brought him down. Looking at it again, though, Robinson to Thomas, who snags it out of the air. The defenders just give up on the ball. Thomas takes it in stride and takes it to the checkerboard. But if you remember, this isn't the only one-handed grab that Thomas has during his career. Last season at home against North Texas, he's going to bat this one to himself, and it just sticks. Speaking of batting it to himself this season, another spectacular grab by Thomas against Western Kentucky. He never gives up on the play and makes the touchdown. The celebration is just perfect. For Thomas, he says these plays are nothing for him.
At practice, I try to catch a one-handed pass as much as I can. I do it in pregame. And I really couldn't get both my hands up, but I just saw the ball and I just stuck one hand and just stuck to my glove, and I just kept running.
The volleyball team wrapped up their home schedule over the weekend with a pair of games and a chance to lock up the second seed in the upcoming conference tournament. The Trojans remained in second place despite a loss on Friday to 19th-ranked Western Kentucky. The Trojans kept it close, but the Hilltoppers showed why they were one of the best with a 3-set win. Western improved to 13-0 in the Sun Belt with the win. For Troy, Devin Von Pingle and Caleb Pickard each had 9 kills. On Saturday, the Trojans earned their second win of the year against Middle Tennessee, winning 3-1. Troy dropped the first but came back to sweep the next 3. Brianna Cullity had 13 kills while Pickard added 12. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick looks back on the weekend.
I thought we made strides. We had never truly competed against Western like we did on Friday night. The match was really a lot closer than what the score indicates. Middle being senior night, it's always tough because with the emotions of the seniors playing their last matches at home and all that, you never know really what to expect early in the match. And Middle came out and just smacked us early. And then we got our feet underneath us a little bit and played the way that we typically do and got to come back and make a statement.
Now the Trojans remain in second place in the standings, a game over Arkansas Little Rock. And now we'll bring in Justin McNally. Justin, the home schedule for the volleyball team is over, and on senior night, the Trojans said goodbye to more than just their seniors.
Well, that's right, Jonathan. It was the final game to be played in Sartain Hall. So what exactly are the plans for the facility moving forward?
Sartain Hall has held various sporting events for Troy University athletics for more than 50 years. But this past Saturday night, Trojan athletics said goodbye to the old arena for the last time as the volleyball team was able to defeat Middle Tennessee State.
The fact that it could be the last match or game or anything in Sartain Hall is special. But, you know, with our seniors going out, we definitely wanted to send them out on the right note, and it was very good to win the way we did.
But with the athletics now moving to the new Trojan Arena, what will become of the once beloved home of the Trojans? Dean of Student Services Herb Reeves has an idea that might make use of the facility.
Sartain Hall, is a facility that's still in a lot of usable shape, and we're proposing right now that be considered to be used as a student recreation center for our students to have, so that we can develop it into a state-of-the-art student fitness center, as well as be used for intramurals and other things.
And while Sartain Hall is ready to be used now, Reeves said there are still some factors they have to consider before moving forward with this project.
There's a lot of factors to consider. Is the facility is it structurally sound for us to do what we want to do? Are we going to add on to it? Can it accommodate what we want to do? And the other factor that has to be considered is cost. So we're probably looking, in the spring before we would know anything about moving forward.
And as the saying goes, when one door closes, one more opens. Well, this speaks true for the Trojan basketball team as the doors to Sartain Hall closed this past weekend. The Trojans opened the doors to the new Trojan Arena with a stellar performance. While it may not have been the highly anticipated regular season opener against Mississippi State, the Trojan basketball team had its first exhibition game against Alaska Anchorage Monday night that saw the Trojans come from behind and take home the 61-57 victory.
They played like it was the first game. I think they were super excited, overexcited really, to start the game off with, and so we didn't shoot the ball well. If it wouldn't have been for Hunter Williams in the first half, he hit some big shots to keep us in the game.
The Trojans were down by as many as 13 points in the first half, and you heard Maestri give credit to Hunter Williams, who in his first game as a Trojan had 19 points and 4 assists. Williams talks about his first performance as a Troy Trojan.
I think I'm a pretty unselfish player. Basically I'm not looking for my shot necessarily. I'm looking for the best shot of the team. And basically I'm just the guy who wants to win.
Senior guard Emil Jones sparked a Trojan 10-0 run to begin the second half as he scored 7 straight points. Jeff Mulahi added 8 points off the bench while Josh Warren grabbed 9 rebounds. Jones noticed an immediate improvement with his team in the second half.
We came out and played a much better second half. We played well on defense in the first half, and we missed a lot of shots in the first half, and I think that the jitterbug showed. But we came out in the second half, calmed down, and played our game.
And even though it was not the best performance from his team on the stat sheet, Maestri was proud of his team's resiliency.
Not a great shooting night, but the fact that you could overcome that and stay concentrate on what you were supposed to do.
Well, this weekend will be a busy one on Troy's campus, and the action all begins with the first regular season game in Trojan Arena on Friday night. You guys will have more on that later, but for now, back to you.
All right, thanks, Justin. Well, Topher Dozier closed out the fall season with his first career individual title at the ASU Fall Beach Classic at the Peninsula Golf and Racquet Club in Gulf Shores, and did it in exciting fashion. Dozier won on a playoff hole after sinking a 15-foot birdie. This is the Trojans' first individual title since September of 2007. Dozier used a season-best 68 second-round score combined with a 71 in the first round to lead the individual standings and paced the Trojan men's golf team to a fifth-place standing after day one on Monday. On Tuesday, Dozier recorded a 3-over-par 75. The Trojans finished in 7th as a team to end the fall schedule.
Trojan Sports Now.